how did a scrimmage, this wasn't even an actual game, how did North Dallas United's coaching staff get this agitated at the officiating crew over a scrimmage?
It's a preseason game, and we do preseason games before we do our season and whatever. And what happened was it was like 4th and 7, 4th and 6, and our running back had got like he was like stopped like 2 yards before the first down, but the referee had blew the whistle. But their kids constantly kept hitting the kid as he was still standing up, and he blew the whistle once, twice, 3 times, and come the 4th whistle, he threw a flag. So when he threw a flag, their side was over there saying, "Hey, you're showing favoritism to this, to us," and we're like, "We're at y'all event. This is their event. They hired these referees, so why would the referees show any favoritism to us? And you're the one that's going to, at the end of the day, be paying them." So they couldn't accept that. So the next play, when we lined up, they moved it up 15 yards because, unsportsmanlike, moved it up 15 yards. We ran a play. A kid ran up the middle and scored a touchdown. Once he did that, they was livid, and it went from there. And when we thought it calmed down, it didn't calm down.
So what did you see in terms of what precipitated Mike's confrontation with their coaching staff? It sounds Mike's son was the quarterback. It was his football that was left out on the field that Mike was trying to retrieve. From your recollection, from what you saw, not from what you heard, what happened? Okay, from what I saw, when the game is over, because the referees, once we were going to line up for the extra point, Talib, the one that played in the league, I don't, their names go, but the one that played in the league, Talib, he came over there to the referee saying everything besides calling the man a good man, said everything talking to this man or whatever, walked over there to our sideline because the referee he was talking about was on our sideline. So after that, the head ref called the game, said, "Hey, the game is over with." Our ball was still right there where you leave it for the extra point. They picked up our ball. Mike was doing what you would call the sticks or whatever. That's why he had the stick in his hand, the first down, second down, the markers. Because, they didn't have nobody to do it, so Mike volunteered to do it. Mike went over there to go get our ball. As he was trying to get the ball, one of the parents had kicked the ball. Mike was still trying to retrieve it. And as he got the ball or whatever, and he was walking back through them, they were talking, Mike was talking. Next thing you know, they started pushing and shoving. Mike was trying to do everything he can to defend himself. We was at the 50 because that's what we do after every game. We line up at the 50, when the game is over and we go shake hands. So we were still at the 50. They were more or less up there about the 25 or the 20-yard line. When we saw that there was, a tussle going on and they was getting after Coach Mike, our coaching staff started heading that direction. As we start heading that direction, you can see the brother out of his waist pull the gun out, and never in my wildest dreams did I ever think he was going to actually shoot it. I hadn't seen a gun before, but never in my wildest dreams when I saw that gun did I think he was going to shoot it. As he pulled it out and we run up, next thing you know, you hear, "Dah, dah, dah." Everybody on our side ran back, ran out, to try to get out of the way, to get the kids out of the way, to get the kids, and it was about a good between 3 to 5 shots. After we got the kids and people was taking the kids to the parking lot, because the parking lot was every bit about 100 to 200 yards away from where our cars was. So we were getting the kids over there. We come back, Mike is laying on the ground. Did you see obviously everybody seems to have a consistent story about AQIB walking across the field, engaging with the referees, bantering back and forth with the referees. Heath Mays says he saw AQIB take a swing at Mike Hickmon. Did you see that?
Yes, he swung. He didn't connect, but he swung, and Mike was trying to use the down marker to get them off of him. Now, he did. Now, who he hit, I can't say, but he did swing, but he didn't, as you looking at it, but as I'm saying, as he's swinging at Mike, you're running and everything's going, but I did see him, try to, throw a punch or whatnot. It just, everything was happening so fast. And then by the time we got up there close to Mike, we see his brother coming around and he pulls the gun out of his waist and he fired the gun. And then I'm at least thinking like, okay, hopefully he just fired the gun up in the air and not at nobody. And when we came back, Mike was on the ground.